Hey guys, Doug K with you. I'm back out on the trail. Today I'm at Quebec Run Wild Area. This is at Forbes State Forest in Pennsylvania, about 90 minutes or so outside of Pittsburgh. And I'm looking forward to this one. I'm going to go Miller Trail down to Hess or Rankin, and I'll show you some of the cool features down there. And then there's a rock wall that I was able to see the last time we were here that I never knew was up here before. And I'm going to see if I can get camped somewhere around the base of that. I thought that'd be a really cool spot to spend the night. So today it's a little bit more seasonably cool, high about 45. Low tonight will be at freezing at least. And I'm going to try out the new Smartwool base layer that I bought. And for dinner, I brought some chicken tenderloin. I'm going to try to skewer that, cook it on the fire. I got some avocado, got some cheese, got some rice. Going to try to make some little Mexican out on the trail tonight. Thought that might be fun. All right, guys. So with a base weight of about 750 pounds, what do you say we get out of the parking lot and on to the trail? See, somebody's got their hammock set up, so I'll be a couple miles from here, but there'll be a couple other people out here tonight. We're going to shoot across here. And there's some ruins of an old grist mill up here on the right-hand side. I want to show you. Pretty cool. Western PA and Pennsylvania in general has a lot of these scattered throughout the woods. You get up around Racetown area and towards Chalk Creek and old lime kilns and things like that. And one of the other things they have here, you'll be walking along and it'll look like a mound from an uprooted tree that, that maybe fell years and years ago, but they're not. They're actually old sawdust piles that have been grown over with vegetation grown on them from the portable sawmills that they used when they were harvesting all this. This stuff was all harvested. This is not old growth at all, but pretty cool. Just to get back in here and use that natural stone to create something like this. Love finding this stuff. Again, that's why we get out here and do this. That's why I do. This looks like a good spot just to take a little 5-minute break. Just chillax for a minute. And then we're going to get rolling up. We're going to go back across that bridge, make a left, and go up Rankin and stay on that for a couple miles. And then we'll actually pass the service road. And then we're going to start looking for that rock wall I was telling you about. I want to camp underneath that. I want to find a way to get back through that thick growth and set up back there for the night. So just relaxing, enjoying it. Hope you are too. and you know I'm taking you on all these bridges with me. Gotta have that. We're lucky to have them. Trust me. There we go. It's another classic PA stream. But yeah, two things. Took the puffy off quite a while ago. You know, once you get moving with your pack on, you're going to start to get wet. You're going to start to sweat. And it's going to be freezing tonight. You definitely do not want your hair, your clothes, anything soaked with sweat. That's not a good thing. So took that off, and I'm kind of stepping up the pace a little bit, and that's just because that sun's going down quickly. It's getting harder and harder to hike. You know, you got to get to camp a little bit earlier, particularly if you're going to try to cook and do something that's a little bit more involved than just boiling water. And I got big plans. We're going to go a little bit further up here, and up on our right, we should start to see a rocky outcropping. I've never noticed it before, and I noticed it the last time that we were here, but that is, apparently it goes from about 8 feet to about 50 plus feet high, and I'm just hoping there's kind of a cool spot there to camp underneath it. So we'll keep looking on the right, but I wanted to show you, it's, you know, down in here, it's getting dark quick. I still got to set up, and I want to try to cook chicken. So let's see what we can do. I just want to show you what we're dealing with. And hopefully there's enough of a clearing where I can camp back here instead along the creek. And so we're in it now. I'm just going to keep scouting around and see what this thing's all about. And hopefully, trying to move slowly here, guys. You kind of see, that's what we're looking at. Well, I'm just getting my butt kicked by this rhododendron. I was able to get up on top of the rock wall a little ways back, and it looked like what might appear to have been, you know, some trails, but it just doesn't open up to anything. And it's as thick as this up on the top, actually a little bit scrubbier because you got some different growth that doesn't even afford you the space that this rhododendron is. So yeah, I think I'm going to go down towards the other end and see if I can get around it. And if not, then I'm just going to have to pop back out on the trail and look for a little bit more conventional spot, but I'm not giving up yet. Woo! Okay, guys. So after what was a long and arduous journey through this, and I'm not kidding, there's a few stray trails that kind of start off of the Rankin Trail. You can tell that they're working their way back there, but there is nothing clear at all that comes back to this section of griststone. That's what this cliff is. There's even a little natural seep right here. There's water dripping out. I was thinking about setting a bottle up right there. And oh, I may go hardcore and put a piece of string on it. How about that? But I think I've made it to what's known as the Schnozz. I think this is the Schnozz, this section here that sits out. And you can see my pack there. I got about 2 liters of water with me. I want to be able to cook. I can definitely clear that out and set the tent up underneath here and keep a small fire going. It's going to get cold fast, so it's not like I'm going to sit out by the fire all night. I'll probably just get dinner going and get comfy. But just trekking back through this to go get additional water is nothing that I'm looking forward to. And in a pinch, I could do it. What do we got there? We got some bear poo. No. Yeah, but I'm in it, and got my shirt off because it's soaking wet after I told you guys not to get wet. But I'm doing the right thing. Got the cap off, got the hair drying, and let's see here. Is there any more open section down there? I mean, it's absolutely gorgeous. You can see that little section there. That's kind of cool. I wonder if down in between the rocks might be nice. I don't know. I'm kind of liking where I'm at. That's in my mind's eye. That's what I had envisioned. I think I'm going to go for it. What do you think? Huh? We came out here. Let's do it. So I'm starting to get the tent area set up. I just wanted to show you what I was doing here. There's a natural seep coming off of this stone. So I got my cup set up. And this guy here. Like I said, I got 2 liters with me, so we're just going to let these guys go and see what happens. But, you know, I'll still probably filter it anyway. But, yeah, who knows? Maybe that'll take care of the coffee in the morning. All right. What's up, guys? So it's been a minute, but I wanted to show you we're making some progress here. Camping under the Schnozz. Kind of set up here now. I have the tent in, staked that out where I needed to. I'm going to leave the vestibule shut over on the far side. It's going to be cold tonight, and it's a great tent, but it's a 3-season tent for sure. I'm just going to be using this for cooking. I'll hang out for a little bit, but I'm not going to try to keep feeding this thing all night. A, it's underneath a rock overhang, and B, I just don't need to do that. I'm going to keep this area as pristine as possible. And, you know, honestly, it's primarily rhododendron and whatever's fallen off the cliff over here. That's what I'll be burning. And I just want to be safe and keep that small. But, yeah, so I'm going to get the sleep stuff set up. I got my new base layer, Smartwool base layer. I'm sure I'll be enjoying that this evening. And I'm going to check in with you in a few minutes. But just wanted to show you what's going on. This is pretty intense. Literally. Wow, does this feel good? Fire's going, tent set up. I'm using the big Agnes Air Core pad. It's 25 inches wide. I think it's 72 long. I love it. It's also got a great R factor, so that'll help tonight. And just gonna keep feeding this a little bit to get a good base underneath it. Gonna get this chicken skewered and try to get my wraps together. So I'm using, don't laugh, it's a Swiss Army knife my grandfather gave me. He's passed on many years now, but he was actually in the CCC back in the day. He was in the Civil Conservation Corps up around Heart's Content, and he was 15 years old and was in the CCC. But he was also a scout leader for over 60 years, and I'd say he filed that thing down once or twice, but I still carry it, and for little things like this, it does a great job. All right, let's get cooking. Dude, that will absolutely, come on back here. That'll work. chicken is done, and I'm going to get to assembling these wraps. First thing I want to do is get a little avocado cut open. And I'm sorry it's getting so dark, you can't see everything, but that's what happens this time of year. And that's why I got here literally maybe just a little bit after 4, and it took me forever to get up through all this rhododendron and get up to this thing, but I'm just glad I did it. You know, I had a picture in my mind. If you can think it, if you can envision it, you can probably do it. It's just staying focused and committing is kind of the hard part, right? And that's for all of us. But this is pretty cool. Let's get this together. I think I'll do it like this. A little schmear. And this is pretty ripe, so this will spread nicely. Was there just a chorus of that? That's what she said. Alrighty. I gotcha. I gotcha. Yeah, I think I'm going to put about a half in each one. Yeah, I'm liking that. Smash it down a little bit. Clean it off a little bit. And grab that first one. Just sort of do one of those. I'll break that up a little bit. That ain't bad. That ain't bad for camping under a rock. Now this is the part that, this is where you need the degree, right here. I believe that's right. A little tuck. A little roll. I appreciate you hanging out with me, and we're going to do a lot more of these. But this one is pretty special. This one's pretty cool. Last time I camped under a rock like this, we were in Canyonlands in Utah. So, and we're a long way from Canyonlands right now. Thanks for joining me. Hey, I wound up hanging out by the fire a little bit longer than expected. It's just so cool here, and really clear. Getting very cold now though, and I can't show you with this thing, but all the stars are out, what you can see through the tops of the trees, and pretty cool. They're all out tonight, but I wanted to show you. And I'm gonna actually filter this now, but remember that little drop, that little seep that we found as soon as we got here? It's working out. You can see both of those cups a little over halfway full. Here's the other one. So I'm going to take these two and just filter them real quick. So I'll have them ready for the morning, and I'll just set them back out. But, you know, yeah, I know I could probably drink it right off of here and all that stuff, and, you know, be survivor dude. But it's running down the face of this a long way. And there's there's fungi and things like that on there. And I'm sure it's okay to do, but guess what? I got a Sawyer filter about 15 feet away, and I won't spend half of the day tomorrow on the toilet. So, you know, if you got a filter, filter. You're not earning any badass points by not filtering. Kind of a silly conversation people are having lately. So I wound up hanging out by the fire for quite a while. It was just awesome. Starting to get really cold though, and I am going to test out the new Smartwool base layer, and I'm all cozied in here. That's the first bug I've seen. That's how cold it is. But yeah, just getting ready to go to sleep, and I'm going to lay down here and just chill. Thank you guys for coming along, and I will see you in the morning. Good morning. Woo. A little chilly last night, and I'm sure I look like I just crawled out from under a rock because I just crawled out from under a rock. But yeah, gonna get the bear bag down, get some coffee. Real peaceful night though. The only thing that I heard at all was the water dripping into those 2 cups that I placed back there. So like I said yesterday, I think that's what I'm just going to use for the coffee. Get that boiled up, and I'm going to head out a little bit earlier than planned. They are calling for some rain today. We got a little bit last night, but it's like 80% chance after 9 o'clock, and it is a little after 7 right now. So I'm going to get dressed, get the coffee going, and I'll take you with me. But all in all, pretty good night last night. Yeah, so you remember that seep that we found yesterday, that water coming out. Just wanted to show you. So they're both totally full. We got this guy, that one over there. So yeah, pick this one up. Let's get it on the stove. Oops. And get started with a little morning Joe. All right, made the coffee with the water we gathered in the pots from the seep, and tasty. I did bring it to a boil. Didn't filter that. I did get some more last night though, and I filtered that and put it in my bottle for today. And this is coming up to a boil right here. And I think it's a good idea just to get something in my stomach before I get going. And looks like a pretty good day right now. Clouds are starting to gather back there, so I think they were calling for rain about 9 o'clock or so. And we should be out of here before then, and we got a couple miles back to the car. So still some pretty good hiking to do out of here though. Yeah, all right, that's boiling. Can't go wrong with a little oatmeal. And a lot of times you can just fill this up inside the bag actually if you don't want to clean anything. If I had an extra cup, sometimes I just bring a little plastic cup. You can set it inside, boil it, and pour it in. Just let it sit for a second, eat it right out of here, and then this is the only thing you've got to clean up. But I got coffee in there and didn't bring the other cup today, so I'm gonna lose a little bit more of this water. And additionally, I did pour some of the water that was left over in these cups onto the fire. It was basically out when I went to bed last night. That's always a good idea. But I do like to douse the fire whenever possible, stir it. God forbid you have any problems. I don't want to be that guy. So, and I've shown up at campsites plenty of times, and I'm sure you have too, where it's still smoldering. If it's all clear in the area, there's no leaves, dried leaves, I get it. It's just, it's not a good idea to do that. If you got to truck down to the creek to get some water, try to put it out and just be careful out there. Oh yeah, that'll work. Hey guys, I wanted to show you something here as I was cleaning up camp. I'm going to spin you around here and just give you a peek at this, but this is really cool. If you see this pattern right here, this is actually a fossil, and that is the bark of some kind of prehistoric tree, or else it's this thing that looks like a giant cattail. But I've seen this before. We're not too far from Ohio Pile in Pennsylvania, and there's some really large examples of this there, but that's exactly what that is. It looks like a snake skin kind of, but it's the bark of a prehistoric tree. And I would imagine that those stones are just eventually flaking off of this over time, and then they reveal themselves. But pretty cool stuff. That's what that is. So, you know, you're getting adventure and science and good stuff here, and just having fun. We are packed up, cleaned up, and ready to roll. Just beautiful. Beautiful spot. And I'm going to take you with me for some of this, just so you can see what I'm dealing with. I know I got some of this footage yesterday, but damn. Yeah, it's about like that. It's about like that. Yeah, I could probably go up here, get through that little crevice, or I could step down there. I think I'm gonna do this. Try not to fall flat on my face while I'm holding this thing. Okay. Yeah, if you look back there, you can see a pretty good section of it, the rock wall. And we were actually back up through there, going to that section. We're working our way down through this, and we'll get back down onto that trail. It's gonna be a while. Hey, if you remember yesterday in the video when I was down by the old grist mill ruins, I was talking about the sawdust heaps that you'll find up here, and that's what these are. You can see kind of a big one there, and then back behind it, and that's not a natural phenomenon. There's service roads that kind of, very old obviously, that kind of, you can see where they used to lead up here. And these are the big piles of sawdust that were left behind from the portable sawmills when they were harvesting these forests. And, you know, basically they harvested everything, east of the Mississippi. But yeah, kind of unusual. And that's what these things are if you ever encounter them. And they're going to be in a lot of places around Pennsylvania, but just wanted to show them to you. Sawdust mounds. I'm hiking the state forest and leaving such a shame. Still I wonder, and I wonder, will I beat the rain? Hey guys, thanks again for coming along with me. What a beautiful stay and really unique experience. I had a blast doing that, finding the rock ledge and camping underneath it exactly like I wanted to. But I do appreciate you coming along. That's why I do this. I love doing it. I just want to share it with people, and you know, let's just continue to have some fun doing these things. I'm having a blast. I just wanted to say thanks one more time. Not too far to get back to the parking lot from here, and we'll see you out on the trail next time.